Hello everyone, welcome back to Namma Laex Bangalore. This is about UPSC personality test final call. So yesterday UPSC board has finally released the interview date board. So the interview is going to start from December 8th and there are hardly 5 days remaining. So this is the first phase of the dates and there will be further 2 more phases which will be released for the rest of the students. So this video is to make sure that you are carrying everything that is necessary for UPSC interview. So things to carry for UPSC personality test. Okay. So first we'll look into the UPSC official notification. So this was the UPSC important notice civil service examination 2025 personality test. So it is said that on the basis of civil service mains result you have been provided the interview opportunity. Schedule for 649 students has been released now. The PT schedule for the remaining candidates will be uploaded later. So what happened was in 2025 mains, 2025 personality test, the last one, the interview dates for all the candidates were released at once. So interview dates for all the candidates were released for once, but this year they have gone back to their previous method, that releasing of dates in a phase-wise manner. So in the first phase, 649 students or candidates will be having their interview. So e-summon letters of the personality test has been already provided, will be made available shortly, meaning it is already provided. And now no request for change in the date and the time of personality test intimidated to the candidates will ordinarily be entertained. Understand here, ordinarily be entertained. If there is an absolute necessary that you want to change your dates, then you can give a proper justification and proper reasoning before UPSC, and then UPSC will allow change of dates. So last year there were issues with UPSC interview date and KPSC exam. So one of my very own friend, he had UPSC interview at the very late date in the April month of April, and very next day after his interview there was KPSC prelims in KPSC mains in Karnataka. So he requested UPSC stating that so and so is the issue for UPSC forestry interview. So he was having interview in the April and the KPSC mains was also in the April month, very next day. So he had very less amount of time to travel back from Delhi to Karnataka and write the exam. So what the UPSC did was UPSC preponed his exam. Preponed his interview date. So only absolutely necessary reasons will the UPSC allow you change of date. Only then it will be entertained. Next, and again, candidates who is going to appear for interview from their home state or hometown to Delhi will be provided second or sleeper class train fare. Okay, only second or sleeper class train fare. If at all you wish to travel by flight, or if at all if you wish to travel by bus, or if at all if you want to travel by AC train, then you can produce the documents to UPSC once the interview is over. But UPSC will only reimburse the amount which is equivalent to sleeper class or second class of train from your hometown. Okay, doesn't matter where you travel, but the reimbursement will be only the sleeper class or the second class of the train from your nearest center or nearest home district or hometown to the UPSC bone in Delhi. Okay, only the second sleeper class will be provided, reimbursed. So this is the list of 649 candidates. So only the roll number will be provided here, and in the next document the names will also be provided. So Monday 8th December. So how many days are remaining? Hardly 4 days are remaining now. So if you take out today's 4th, so hardly 4 days are remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4. So only 4 days are remaining. Very unfortunate for students who will have the interview on the December 8th itself. So Monday morning interview is going to start at 9 a.m. in the morning. So you'll be allowed entry into the Dholpur house at the 9 a.m. in the morning. So only 4 days are remaining. So like again, so many of the students might have already guessed it. So might have already saw that interview is going to be very soon after the DAF is finalized. So they might have already prepared themselves. If you are not prepared and if you think the preparation is not up to the mark, now is the chance. Now is the time to prepare yourself. Again, one thing I would like to suggest you is that don't go for any more mock interviews now. Okay, don't go for any mock interviews. If at all, if you want to gain some confidence, go for one-on-one mocks with your friends, with your colleagues, or with your family. Okay, if you're going to mock interviews, the feedback will sometimes have a negative impact on yourself. once that negative impact on yourself carries or creeps in, then it will be a kind of uh, confidence lost for you in the UPSC interview. So no, not necessary to go into any kind of UPSC mock interviews anymore. People who are having interview dates in the nearest. So normally there is a rule in UPSC that stop mock interviews 7 days prior to your main interviews. 7 days prior to your main PT in personality test. So now already there is only 4 days remaining, hardly 4 days are remaining. So not necessary to go for any mock interviews anymore. Just focus on your DAF. Okay, just focus on your DAF, and from the proven or from the past transcripts of the students who had interviews in the first and second week, most of the interviews or PT revolved around your DAF only. So what you have to do is focus thoroughly on your DAF, and also look for all the newspapers in the last 4 days. So from today to your interview date, okay, from the date of your interview and 4 days prior to that, the newspapers becomes very important. So go through the newspapers and read some articles, editorials, etc., and focus on your DAF. Okay, don't go reading all the books, etc., now, because it is not going to be fruitful for you. Just focus on your DAF. Okay, so this is about UPSC notice. Now, what you should carry for the interview, what you should have on the day of interview, on the first day of interview. So first and foremost is e-summon letter. So you might have already received a mail regarding this e-summon letter by now. So this will be e-summon letter. So you have to carry e-summon letter to the UPSC like Dolpur house. So it will be collected. On top of e-summon letter, they will write a number. So they will write a number, and you will be made to sit on a particular table, and only after going to that table you will be allotted to a particular board. You will not know which board you are getting into until and unless you go inside the board. Okay, only then you will know about the board person, especially for the people who are having session in the morning, the first session in the morning or first session in the afternoon. Okay, so this e-summon letter is very important. You have to have the hard copy of this e-summon letter. Okay, first thing to carry. Second, you have to carry passport size photos, 3 to 6 mandatory on the particular day, and the 2 photos are mandatory for the interviews and 10 for the medical. So on the day of interview, on the day of PT, you have to have 3 to 6 photos, but 2 are mandatory. So what happens here is the photograph you are going to take, okay, photograph you are going to take for the interview should be such that there should be absolutely no discrepancy between your actual face and the interview photo. Okay, if at all, I will tell you my personal experience. In the last year when I was going to the interview, in my photo I had grown mustache, so I had taken a photo with my mustache, but on the day of interview, because of some issues, I had to trim my mustache, and when I went to the interview, they said that there is discrepancy in the photo and yourself, so they asked me to take a photo one more time. I mean, they were not allowed me to go outside or anything. So the person who was sitting there, he asked me politely and asked me to come to a corner, and he took a photo and took the printout of the photo and attached it to my e-summon letter. So they'll be very cordial. So just in case to like not get into any kind of disaster, make sure that whatever the photos you are taking, take it one day prior to the interview, and make sure that you are going to the interview exactly as you were in the photo, and maintain the same photo exactly as you are in the real life to the medical board. UPSC in the Dolpur house is going to be very cordial. They will help you with everything. They will help you in taking photo, etc. But do not expect that cordialness from the medical people. Okay, they will outrightly reject you on that particular day, and they will ask you to take new photographs as and then how you are looking on that particular day. If at all the photos are not matching, they will send you back home and they will ask you to get on another date. Okay, so you'll be wasting your time there. So make sure that you are carrying the photos like exactly as you are looking at a particular day. Okay, and make sure that the photos that are attached in the e-summon letter and the photos you take to the medical are same. Okay, be very careful. So again, it is not like your candidature will be cancelled or anything. You will have to go through some sort of hassle in the interview as well as in the medical. Especially in the medical, it will be very difficult. Okay, so make sure the photos are very up to the date, and photos are you are looking exactly same as how you are looking in the photos. Okay, in the sense the beards and mustaches. And again, with respect to like spectacles, if you are wearing spectacles, make sure that the photo is also having spectacles. If you are going to the interview with spectacles, make sure the photo in your interview is also having spectacles. Or if you are going to the mustache, make sure you are having mustache on the particular day. If you feel to go in the like beard and mustache, make sure you're going the beard and mustache stuff. Okay, very important. I'm keep on repeating it, very important. And then photo ID card, and this photo ID card has to be same as the one mentioned in your e-summon letter. Okay, make sure you can take that particular ID card and also have some two other different ID cards, and make sure you also have copies of it, xerox copies of it. Okay, so very important again. Next, 10th certificate, original mark sheet is necessary, so take on 10th mark sheet which is original one, and it is also very mandatory. So more than the 12th or other degree mark sheets, this 10th mark sheet or 10th certificate is going to be very important for you. Okay, and next is graduation degree or the provisional degree certificate. If you just finished the 8th sem recently, so 8th sem summary mark sheet are necessary, and rest semesters mark sheet just for the reference is needed. They are not going to look into it detailedly because you already uploaded this. And original postgraduate degree is necessary. Okay, if required it is written, but it is necessary. Carry your post graduation or graduation degree graduation certificate with you. If you recently passed out from your degree, and if you are appearing personality test, and if you have not got any graduation degree thing from your board or the university, then get all these rest of the things, 8th sem summary, and also some provisional degree certificate which your college is going to provide. If you don't have the provisional degree certificate, go now, request your college, and they'll provide a provisional degree certificate. Very important again, to avoid all the hassles. Next, caste and EWS or PWD certificate, where and whenever it is necessary for all the candidates who are claiming some relaxation with respect to age or claiming reservation with respect to EWS, caste or PWD certificates. Again, very important. And very important more thing is the name in your caste certificate. Sorry, so whatever the name you have in your caste certificate is same as the one in your 10th marks card. Okay, and it is same as name in your ID card. Okay, any discrepancy with respect to name, UPSC will politely ask you to get attested and send it back again. Okay, so again, it is post interview, but in the interview, make sure that the EWS certificate or all the certificates have the same name as it is mentioned in your 10 marks card. And then again, all these documents, take one set of self-attested documents. Okay, if possible, take another spare set as well. Again, prevention is better than cure. Okay, so always be focus on your prevention methods. Always have extras. And again, affidavit, in case UPSC has sent you an email saying that your name with respect to your certificate, etc., some discrepancy, and it might have given some solutions in the mail. So follow those methods. Okay, if at all there is some discrepancy in your name, if at all there is some discrepancy with your father's name in your degree certificate or 10th marks card or PAN card, etc., or any ID card, then make sure that you get them affidavit from the lawyer or someone else. Okay, in case there is any discrepancy, if any, check your mail for the same. UPSC might have already sent you a mail, communicated to you. If you communicated to you, if any undertaking or affidavit is needed. Okay, so normally very few people get this affidavit necessary. So if at all the UPSC has already sent you a mail, then it becomes very necessary or mandatory for you to carry these affidavits. And in case some discrepancy arises after you reach to the UPSC board or UPSC Bhavan, they will ask you to send affidavit again through mail. Okay, they will ask you to send it through the mail, or again you have to send it to or you have to go personally there. So travel allowance bills related stuff, if you are claiming it for like flight tickets, etc., so carry hard copy of your flight tickets, etc. Okay, flight tickets, bus ticket or train ticket. And then again, very important, do not panic if you have missed any on some of the documents, or if some issue has been arised by the document examiner or UPSC delegate with you documents. Remember that this is just a preliminary document verification only. You will get ample time for required original documents submission, especially students who is going to appear on the December 8th only, near students or who is going to appear in the first to second weeks of interview will be given ample amount of time to provide your documents if at all there is any discrepancies in your name or anything. So do not worry, but again, just to be on the safer side, carry everything which I mentioned here. And again, one with respect to people who have some difficulties in visibility, okay, who wear spectacles, okay, who wear specs, make sure that the number, okay, there will be some number plus or minus numbers to be there for specs. Make sure that those numbers plus or minus are same as the one you are wearing now. Okay, So they will ask you to bring a certificate from a medical practitioner claiming your numbers of your eyesight, and make sure that the spectacles you are wearing on the day of medical examination is same as the one which is present in the certificate. Okay, so there are chances. Last year I've seen some person in my board only, sorry, some person who gave the interview next to me, and what happened with respect to her was that her spectacle had a different number. It was off by some +2, and the certificate had some different number. It was off by some -2. Okay, so she was sent back again, and she was asked to take another test and to give new uh, certificate. Okay, if at all in the certificate there is -2, then make sure that you have to get a new spectacles, new specs which is similar to this one. Okay, so they take this like I said spectacles very seriously. So again, on the side note, make sure that you read all the everything properly here and get the documents with you. Okay, because on the day of exam, on the day of interview, you don't want any other hassles with you. Okay, so next is focus more on the essentials on the interview, that is mobile phones, bags, etc. will be duly submitted or placed in a safe custody at the UPSC Bhavan. So don't worry about it. You can keep your diary with you in circular hall. Again, avoid talking in the hall like with your people who are going to give you interview on the particular day, because so again all these minute things are going to impact you. So the people who are sitting in your hall, they might start a conversation and they will say that I've been in IRS, I've been selected to this and so and so. So again, not necessary to talk with them. Again, sometimes it will have positive impact, but most of the times it will have negative impact. Subconsciously you start feeling the competition. Okay, so avoid talking with them, but just have a like normal conversations, not about preparation or not about interview or anything. Okay, be calm, be composed, and if your interview is on the first session, on the like morning first session, then or afternoon first session, you don't have to worry more about it. But if you are the fourth person to go or fifth person to go, keep yourself busy, busy in the sense actively busy with respect to interview. Keep calm, the anxiety will kick in, but despite that, always try to keep yourself calm. Okay, so these are the important things to carry for UPSC interview. So I think I've covered everything. Hopefully you will have no things to worry from this one. So, and again, I wish all the very best to the students who are going to appear for interview in the first phase. Time is very less, time is money for you. Utilize your time effectively, and also don't stress yourself. UPSC understands if you are the person who is going to give interview in the first 2 weeks of interview starting, then they will give some leave will be there. Okay, so they will take it casually, in the sense not too casually. They will give some added advantage to you. They will understand you have had very less time. Again, so you'll understand that, and the questions will also be focused more on your DAF. Okay, keep calm, and again, one thing you have to take to your interview is confidence, calmness. Be confident, be calm, and be composed. Focus on your articulation. Okay, so this is me, Vinayak, signing this off, wishing you all the very best for interview. Thank you.